Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, all of you, those who are here in India. I hope all of you are doing well. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me here on the day two of this FDP, which is for data visualization and storytelling using Tableau. So I hope you have enjoyed the session one, day one, which we have done. And today I am here again with this day two. And I'm very much sure that at the end of this session, you will be just amazed to see, wow, what you are doing. So I'm so much happy and so much excited to go ahead with this session and to give you much insights, all those we have done in the first session. So I'll just give you a quick revision, whatever we have done in the very first session. We have started with the day one. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. In the very first day, we have seen about the Tableau, the learning objectives. We have seen this history. We have seen if already the Excel is there, which is of Microsoft, a big team. Why still Tableau is in so much boom? So we have seen it with a visual analysis scenarios, and after that we have concluded it with the analytics and business intelligence. So with this, we have understood that what is business intelligence when we give some intelligence to the business for grooming it, for making it in profit. There we connect with various analytics tool, and for those business analytics and intelligence tool, we have one which is Tableau. So there is a process of business which comes with transactions stored, then data analyzed, and then insights shared, decision makes, and then outcomes monitored. So for any business, it is not one day thing to get it into the profit, right? It is very big step that one has to take like to get business on heights. So we have seen all this process with that I have done. I have started with the Tableau introduction and given you the details about the products available of Tableau. Then we have seen other than Tableau, what are other business intelligence tools which are available. And we have seen the details about details and benefits of data visualization. Then with that, we have seen the differences between Tableau Public and desktop. We are using Tableau Public, so we have seen the installation. If someone who have joined right now today only and not had attended the session before, so I have just request you even on the mail and message also I have sent you the link how to install and how to set up for Tableau Public. So I hope now, everyone, those who are joined here, has Tableau installed on the system. So I'm assuming this that Tableau installation and setup is already done, and then with that step, I'm going ahead. Then this is the thing which we have already done. We have seen the Tableau navigation also. We have seen the interfaces where we have connected the data set with the Tableau. So basically, when we are doing the analysis part, we are doing visualization part. In that, we are connecting the data set which is in another application. Okay, maybe in PDF, maybe in Microsoft Excel or in Access. Then with that application, we have to connect the Tableau. So this is a particular GUI interface wherein we connect our Excel sheet or any other data set with this Tableau. Once it get connected, so we will be we are able to see this data source tab wherein we are able to get all the sheet from that data set in my Tableau. So now from whatever database or whatever data set I want to create the visualization, that I need to drag and drop so that I can get the details. Okay, so that I can get all those rows and columns here in this Tableau also. Then we have seen the sheets wherein We use the rows and column format to create the analysis, to create the views, to create the charts and graph. And that is only the thing which we will be doing today. So we have seen this components also, which are A, B, C, D, E, that is sidebar, shells, view, filter tab, and marks. So almost on all these components we are going to work today. Then we have also seen the dashboard, which is immediately next to the sheets. Therein, we are not going to get any columns or rows in this dashboards, but instead we will be getting the sheets which we created based on those data which we have. So here we will be creating the dashboard, then the story wherein we use one after the another data sets. If I want to show it in story format, so I can use this feature of Tableau. So after that, yes, we have seen some uh, MCQs. I have test your knowledge, and we have seen the benefits of Tableau and features. So that is all what we have done in the last session. I hope everyone is now very curious to start with the day two, right? So thank you so much once again for joining me today, and I can see almost many participants are already joined. This is the Regenesis Integrated Leadership and Management Model, which we have with us. After that, we have the graduate attributes in Regenesis. These are all those graduate attributes. Then I would, of course, love to introduce myself. My name is Ghazal, and I have done my education in computer applications. I am Microsoft certified trainer with the experience of more than 12 years. I have database, Python, data science, Tableaus, and various visualization tools as my expertise. Now, going ahead, yes, the main topic of the day is, of course, the Tableau. As I have told that this plus plus is only for gaining profit, growing your business, and this is of course growing your knowledge also, right? So Tableau, we are having this Tableau workshop or Tableau FDP program for increasing our own knowledge. Now today the day I have already allotted for understanding the data types, dimensions, and measures, and we are going to work on the charts today. So, as I have already told you in the beginning, that this session will be end up with a wow comment, right? So, everyone, now the thing which you have in your hand is Excel sheet, and in this 2 hours, after 2 hours, you are going to convert that Excel sheet in graphs, charts, and various formats. So just it will take hardly 2 hours to understand, and to make it, it will just hardly take a few seconds. So just please tight your seatbelts and go on with me. So today we will be working with data types, dimensions and measures and charts. So basically, the learning objective of this FDP is to understand business intelligence and visualization. We have already done with the installation and navigation of Tableau Public, and we have already connected the data sets also. So today, yesterday only we have completed this learning objectives. Now today we will be working with the basic visualization objective of this FDP. So now, data types in the table, dimensions, measures, and charts. Now, first of all, let me understand the word data. So, in the previous session, we have already connected, we have done the connection of our data set with the Tableau. But then, before going to the practical, I'll just take few minutes to get into with the data, to understand the data. Now, let us say a quick question to everyone. Please put your names on the date on the chat box. Everyone, please put your name on the chat box. Perfect. So I'm able to get the names of all my fellow colleagues. Thank you so much, everyone. Now I know that you all have typed the name, and I'm able to see that everyone has typed the answer, the output, in which there is no integer, no numbers. In simple word, the numbers. So the names which we have, I'm not telling my name is Ghazal123, right? My name is Ghazal, which has only now alphabets. So all the names, all the outputs which I'm getting here on the chat box are the string. We call it a string in a computer language, right? So again, if I the next question comes is, could you please put your date of birth in the chat box? We will be celebrating the birthdays next. It will help Dr. Renu also. So yes, you can see I'm getting the date of birth, right? Now here also it is a date type, right? Anybody everyone of you are putting the dates, right? Here, it is not like anyone is putting it in the symbols, right? No symbols, nothing, right? Everyone is putting a perfect date. So this is a format, this is a data type. So then if I'm asking for age, then everyone will put the numbers. No one will put the characters, right? So this is what I want to tell, that this is a type of data. I know the data is what? My name. The data is my age. The data is my date of birth. But all this data has a type. If someone is asking the name should be only in alphabets. That is a type. If someone is asking the age, so age should be always in number. It should not be negative. Age should not. No one will say I am -4 years old. I am -30 years old, right? So every data has a perfect type. That's wow. That's what we call its data type in computer language. Because anything which we feed up in the computer systems, anywhere, simple thing, when you log in into any of this web application, maybe some, like you are booking a air ticket, at that point of time the application on which you are doing it, they ask you to register first, to log in first, and they give you a big registration form. So in that registration form, they ask you the name, age, address, country details, PIN code numbers, and all those things. That has a unique data. The data which you entered is going to be stored in the database with a proper data type. When you type a character in the age, it will give you an error. It will say you this field is not correct, right? It means we have to give the correct data type for all the data. So I hope now everyone is well understood that what is data type. The type of data is nothing but the data type. So whatever we are storing in the database, it has a data type, whether it is a name, whether it is an address, anything. Now, yesterday also, when we have connected our data set with the system, with the Tableau, there we have seen that country, region, sales, profit, everything. So those are the columns which has a perfect defined data type. So we have data types in Tableau wherein we have some string data type, then we have decimal values, like for example, profit, then sales amount, everything will come into the numbers or maybe sometime into the decimal values also. Now, if I am talking about the business, of course, business deals with the orders, okay, number of orders. So number of orders are always in the whole number. No one will say I am getting 4.5 orders. Okay, we will say, okay, we are not saying 4.5 enrollment of the students. So we say the whole number, either 4 students enrolled, or even in this session, I cannot say 35.5 participants are there. So if I'm saying the number should be always whole number. So 35 participants are there in this meet. So this is what, this is the data. Now after that, yes, we have date and boolean. So date, just now I have given you the example, registration date, enrollment date, date of the seminar, date of the webinars, birth date, all those things comes with the date data type. After that, we have boolean data type also. So boolean data type is something wherein we store the data in yes or no format, true or false format. Only two values get into that. So if I want to check whether someone is online or offline, so I'm checking online status. So it is true or false, true or false. So if I'm saying true, it means the status is online. If I am getting false, it means it is offline. So some columns store the value in true and false, wherein that particular data type is called Boolean data type, right? So there are various data types which are available in Tableau, which includes the string. In this strings, we have alphanumerical values which have the name, description, city name, customer name, employee name, company name, organization name, anything. Then numbers, in that we have whole numbers, then we have decimal values, then date, with date, we have date and time also. We have Boolean values also, which gives you true and false value. Then going ahead, the question comes how this Tableau assigns the data type. Of course, we are not giving any data type that please take this as an integer or take this as a string. So how it assigns? So that is inbuilt in Tableau that whenever we pass any data set, it preview that data and it automatically assign the data type for each field. Okay, so that is the feature of Tableau. Then let's say, for example, how we can get the data type assignments. So for example, numbers like 1, 2, 3 becomes the number. Okay. Then here, if I'm getting this text, in that it can be stored as a string or a text. When I'm getting the dates, it becomes the date. Okay. And or if I'm having a time also with this, so I'm getting date and time. This is how automatic data type assignment happens in Tableau. Now, this is a nice story which I have shown to you. Now, let's consider the data. So, have already taken you to the Tableau format. So, let's start with Tableau now. I hope everyone have installed the Tableau public. The version is 2025 at your end. I'm just opening it. Every one of you, please open it. We'll go practical now. I have not taken much time for theory, so let's work practically. Okay, so this is the screen. I hope everyone is now well known with this GUI, which is a Tableau dashboard. Now I am connecting it with my Microsoft Excel data set, which we all have sample superstore. This is a sample superstore data set which we have already downloaded from Tableau website only, official website, which is recommended for learning practice. So now I'm opening it, I'm connecting. Okay, it will just execute my query for connecting my Excel sheet. Okay, this with this Tableau. So it will process my request and it will take all the data in that data set now here in Tableau. So for those who have joined today only, for those I can just open this sample superstore data set, which you can see how it looks in the Excel sheet. So if you remember, we have more than 10, like around 10,000 rows here in this Excel sheet and around 20 plus columns. Okay, so you can see we have 20 plus columns for the 21st, 21, yes, 21 count is there, which is for the columns. And if you can see, we have almost 10,000 rows, right? So this is a particular data set which we have and which we have right now connected with our Tableau, right? So this is all you can see. Now from here in this data set, in this Excel sheet, it is very much difficult to find out the scenario, or to find out or to do the analysis. But now when I'm working on this Tableau, so you can see that we have already connected it with that data set, and now all these three sheets, which is orders, peoples, and returns, are here. Now when I want to work with any of the data set or any of the sheets, then I have to drag and drop it here. So I'm just taking it and dropping it here. You can see all those 21 columns and almost 10,000 records are now available here. You can see 21 fields and 9994 rows which are there. We are now covered here also. Okay. So now this is what we have done. We have connected the data set which is in another software, which is Microsoft Excel, and I have connected it here in this Tableau for my analysis work. Now, as I have told you that we have different data type for the columns, for the data which we have. So quickly let's see that how we can check the data types here in this Tableau. Now, for example, if I'm having row ID, so row ID is giving you in the hash. You just see these symbols in blue color. This is hash. So hash tag is nothing but the numbers. It shows that it is a number. After that, here you can see it is an ABC. It's an alphabet. Characters. After that, this is a column which says order date. So if I'm checking this, you can see the logo says that it is a calendar. Then shift date. Again, you can see this logo is saying that this is also a calendar. It is a date. So order date, shift date, here you can see the column. I'm scrolling down. You can see the data is only in date format. Then I'm taking it here and you can see uh, this is alphabets, okay? Ship mode, customer ID, name, everything is alphabet. Now this one, you can see this is a globe, right? Geographical globe. The logo says that it is a geographical globe. So what does it mean? It means that this column holds the name of places, the location. So country is something wherein we use it as a geographical location. Say same city, it is also a geographical location. So that's why the data type is here. You can see the logo is in map, right? Here also we have the geographical location, then postal code also in geographical location. This is a particular way from where you can get the details of data type, which data type that column holds. And now from here, if you could see that the color is changed. So now till here, everything was, the logo is in blue color. But now from here, you can see the color is changed and it is converted in green color. So let's understand what is this now. So when I'm talking about this data, particularly data is of two types. Okay, we have discrete data and continuous data. So particularly when I'm talking about discrete data, it is a specific value. When I'm talking about discrete data, it is actually a specific value which is counted. So as I have told that the participants are 32, it's counted, right? If I'm talking about the total amount of sales in the month of January, so it is counted, right? It should be in numbers. Again, if I'm counting anything, maybe the number of students, number of exams, number of like a number of chapters in the module, all those things can be counted, whole number. That is nothing but the discrete data. With the same, we have again a continuous data with us. In the continuous data, we have the data which is fall in a specific range, and it is not counted, it should be measured. It should be measured, we cannot count it. We say what is like what is the weight. So weight is what it should be measured. We are not counting it. The weight of a person, height of a person, temperature of the day, it needs to be measured, it is not counted. So it should be in decimal values. It is not a specific value, but it is a decimal value. It should be in any range. So that is a big difference, that when we are talking about discrete data, it is counted, and when we are talking about continuous data, it is measured. Now, taking this ahead, we have two things which we say, the measures and dimensions. So the measures and dimensions are very much important to understand here, because now onwards we are going to play with this. What the dimensions are, which is qualitative, which is qualitative. So qualitative data, yes, all those data which gives the qualitative information are called dimensions. Any fields, okay, that are the dimensions. Now here, when I'm talking about dimension, you can say the date, customer name, product category, region, all these are the dimensions. You can, what are the usage of it? So usage basically when we do the analysis, right? When we get any query to analyze, right? For any example, let's say managers are asking the sales of a particular region. So that is what a particular region is my dimension. That is what I have the sales of all the regions, but the managers are asking only for that region. So that is what, that is a group, or that is a filter. I'm using that as a filter. So what is region? Region is a dimension through which I can group the things, I can filter the data, right? So these are the dimensions which are qualitative values. I can group it by customer name. I can group it date wise, right? How many products are sold on this date? Maybe it was a sale on that day, okay? Of any festive sale on that day, 1 day sale. So how much effect of that sale in the profit in the business? So that is analysis which is done only on that date. So that is the dimension wherein we filter the complete data for that one dimension, on that one date, on that 1 month, right? On that one region. Okay. So that is what we use for dimension. Usually, now the colors, two colors I have shown you green. So usually the dimensions are shown in a green color. Okay, so the green color icons which we have seen are all the dimensions. So now I'm again taking you to the Tableau screen. You can see all these blue colors are the dimensions. You can filter it region wise, product ID wise, category wise. You can find out the profit sales state wise, city wise. All those things means they are used for filtering the data, for finding the analysis, for getting the requirement of that particular filter. So that is nothing but available in blue color. Next, let's understand about the measures. So when I'm talking about measures, it is a quantitative powerhouse. All the data which is in quantity, which you can calculate, which you can measure, that is nothing but the measures. So numerical values, quantitative data which you use for analysis comes with, or we can call it as a measures in Tableau, like sales, profit, quantity, temperature, everything. Maybe in decimal, maybe in numbers, whole numbers, no issues. So measures are something which is which shows the quantity. So here, why we use it? So probably as we use dimensions for filters for grouping the things, here the measures are used for the calculations, for aggregations, for trend analysis. I'll come up with this word aggregation, but just understand that what we are doing with this. We are doing the calculations. Of course, if numbers are there, we can calculate it, right? If I'm talking about the name, okay, maybe the customer name, maybe the region, can we do the calculations on this? No. Region means what? East, west, north, south, maybe directions or central. Some directions, some regions are there. So, can we do calculation? Can we do addition, subtraction of these four fields? No. For addition, subtraction, for all the aggregation calculations, we need the numbers. And those numbers are the measures here in tab. So now basically understand this thing that for the data which whatever we connect with the Tableau gets divided into two things, dimensions and measures. Dimensions are for the filters or grouping the things, and measures are for the calculation. Okay, so these two things are very much important and we are going to work on this. Now these measures are nothing but defined in displayed in the blue color. So all those numerical things, quantitative things are now in blue color. So now you can see when I'm using this ahead, everything which is in numbers. So you can say sales, quantity, discount, and profit now in green color. So green color is for measures, blue color is for dimensions. Dimensions we use for grouping or filtering the things, and and the measures we use for quantitative purpose, for countings, for aggregation. Okay, so this is about the dimensions and measures. Now the word aggregation I have used. So basically, all the time when we require any analysis, we do it for aggregation only, most of the time. So we usually ask the questions, okay, what is the total sales? So now if I'm talking total sales means the sum is there. If I'm talking about if I have a data set and I'm asking average students who have passed, number of students, so I am going to give the average, minimum and maximum. If I'm asking the minimum um, marks student hold or the maximum marks student received, that is minimum and maximum. So the aggregation is nothing but summarizing the data, or some in just broader way summarizing the dimensions. Okay, so if I'm asking the highest marks, lowest marks, counting, average sales, average profit, count, okay, how many numbers we have sold, okay, how many students are passed, okay, then of course the median. So these are the common methods which we have as an aggregation, and we will use it for the measures and dimensions. So for example, let's sum of sales by region. So region wise now I want to get the sales, complete sales. Then average profit per customer. There we use the average, AVG. So these are nothing but the methods which were available, and we will be performing the same with this. Okay. So now let me show you now. Here I am on the Tableau screen now. Okay. And you can see that I have already connected these orders, and all the 21 columns and 10,000 rows are here. Now you are able to see the dimensions and measures, and I what I'm doing is I'm going towards the sheet now. Okay, so sheet is what? It is a broader view, right? Wherein we have seen all those five sections, five components. So this data pen, then filters, marks, this is the shelves where we put columns and rows, and this is the view where we are going to see the graphs now. Okay, so I hope that everyone is well okay with this. You can see now here when I have taken sheet. In this sheets also, the columns which we have here, okay, it is also categorized here also in the form of dimension and measures. So you can see all the blue, right? The first, all are the dimensions, all are in blue, right? And now here below you can see the profit, quantity, sales, orders, all these details are in a green color, right? So this is measures and these are above are the dimensions. Now, what we have to do is for visualization, we have to understand the charts and graphs now. So till now, what we have done is we have understand the Tableau introduction, we have done the installation, we have connected the data set, we have understood the types of data, we have seen the dimensions and measures now. And now the very important and the important or we can say the exciting part comes here is the graphs and the actual analysis. So now what are the charts that we have in Tableau, and when when we have to use which chart now? As general also we know there are various charts, right? We have bar chart, pie chart, line chart, scatter plot, so many plots we have. But then the important thing is then when to use which chart. Okay, so when I'm talking about chart types in Tableau, it gives you a visualization for your data, and it increase or it maximize this data storytelling with effective visualization. And what is our goal? Now we should set a goal when we are learning something. So setting a goal means now here with this chart, our goal is to choose the right chart that will reveal the key insights. Okay. So now the first which we have is the bar chart. Okay. The first which we are taking here is the bar chart, which we use for comparing the categories. Always remember when we want to compare the things, okay, then we use this bar chart. So what are the key feature for this is it gets adjusted according to your wish. So if you want it vertical, you can have this vertical bars. Even if you want, or sometimes it may happen that the names are very big, so it is not looking good down this side. So what you can do is you can keep it in this way. So the bars will be in this way. So you can do it either horizontal or in vertical orientation. This is a specific feature which we have in the bar chart. Also, it will highlight the performance or top performance or the lower performance. So even from this chart, which I have just taken for an example, from here also we can consider or we can see that this July one, July and August. Okay, this is some. These two are very highest, highest number of buses manufactured. Okay, so the example in which I have taken is the year month of the year and number of buses manufactured. So here you can see in January it is the lowest, with just uh, seeing it, okay, just looking at it, we can understand that this is the minimum and this is the highest one. So highlights the top performance. And now here what you can use it, you can identify the regions also, so you can see that east, west, north, south, maybe like here we have January, February, or any requirement with whatever we can see, whatever we want, so we can take it with the bar chart. So basically the important is when to use, we use it when we have the categories. Okay, if I want to check the sales by category, okay, maybe I have some particular component. So let's say red, blue, green, yellow, and pink. These are the components, maybe the drawing colors, or maybe some books. Okay, so the children's, how many children's are having that, or maybe simple is the favorite color. So how many people, how many children's are having red favorite color, blue favorite color, green favorite color, yellow. So what is this? Red, blue, green, yellow, pink. These are the categories, which is a very simple example I have taken here. Favorite color of the children. So here these are the categories which I have taken, and for such kind of analysis where you are showing some categories in your analysis, that is good if you use with the, or if you go with the bar chart. So it will give you very clear readability. Even when you use colors to differentiate data, it gives you more readability. Then it will limit the number of categories. You can sort the bar for better readability. So right now you can see it is up and down. Okay. You can even sort it in increasing order or decreasing order, so that it will clearly give you the idea of which is the less one and which is the maximum. Okay. So now this is the bar chart. For you, what I have done is I have just taken some examples. So you can see here. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to create one bar chart for you in just 2 seconds. So see what I'm doing is, let's say for example, I need sales by region. Okay. So just for you, please, I'll give you time to perform. Just understand this first. Okay. So now what is my task is, let's say for example, the requirement says that I want to calculate sales by region. Okay. And now here you can see I have region as one of the column, and I have again a sales as one of the column. So now what I have to do is, when I want to create any analysis for these two things, I have to take it for a row and a column. Yesterday on, like in the last session only, we have seen that we have to take minimum two fields for creating a graph. One is for the column and one is for the graph. So when I'm talking about sales by region, it is simple thing, no code tool. So what I'm doing is drag and drop. So I'm dragging the region in the column and sales in the row. So what I'm doing is dragging the region. You can see this is the region. This I am dragging it to the column. As soon as I have dragged and dropped it, whatever region I have in my column, I am getting here in this columns, because I have kept it in the column section. So the view, this is your view, right? So this view, a table, a particular table with the columns which are available in the region section, it is generated. Now, according to my query or my requirement, I have to check it with sales. So my sales is here in my measures. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking quickly and put it on the rows, and see the magic is there. We have now an analysis of region wise sales. So I'm very much clear that the sales in west is the highest and the sales in south is the lowest. Just tell me one question answer. We have this Excel sheet with us. Are you able to find that analysis with this? Of course, no. In just 2 seconds, I have taken my required field in this region, in this shells, columns and rows, and I have received my particular bar graph. Now, as I have already, as we know that this show me is a panel wherein we are able to get some idea from Tableau only that for this two these two fields which you have taken, for these two fields and which the data which you have analyzed on this, what else you can take, what are the different other data or different other type of charts that you can take. So here you can see it is showing me you can go with the bar chart. Okay, I'm just keeping my arrow and you can see this side it is changing. So I'm just, if I'm taking it here, you can see it is a text table. So it is showing me that for this region and sales, I can take this way also. So you can see this when I've clicked it, a text table generated giving me the details in the text format. With the same data, okay, if I'm doing this bar, okay, so you can see this is changed horizontal to vertical and vertical to horizontal. You can even do changes from here. The small icon is given to swap the columns and rows. So if I'm changing it, you can see the columns are converted into rows and rows are converted into columns. If I'm again clicking it here, you can see this is again changed. So based on, of course, the region you have, the data you have, you can switch it. Okay. And now, what else you can do is you can give the name to this analysis. So my data is region-wise sales, right? So you can just take it in any way. You can change the font, or you can give the color if you want. You can enlarge the font type, apply and insert. So you can see this is now set and you can show it in your presentation. So region wise sales, this is the region which is in columns and this are the sales. Now here you can even change it, rename it. So it is region wise sales. Okay. Here also you can rename the sheet, which will give you much more insight. Okay. So this is something which we have created for the bar chart. Now what I'm doing is I'm giving you just 2 minutes, okay, for you to do it, perform it. Then I'll show you much more insights. So everyone, I hope there is any, is there any questions in the chat box? I hope everyone enjoying. Gitanjali, if you're asking for sample Excel sheet, so yes, I have already given you. It is already available on Tableau website also. And yes, you have received it. Thank you, Dr. Kernels. Large data analysis through Excel is possible, but no doubt Tableau is much faster than Excel. Yes, of course, Dr. Amaya. Thank you so much. Perfect. So I hope now every one of you have done this, created this bar chart. Please put yes on the chat box if you are done. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so many yes. So I am very happy that to see that you all are performing with me. Thank you so much. So now going ahead with the next type of chart. So this is for bar chart where we use it for categories. Now let's see for line chart. Okay, we have line chart. Line chart is for visualizing the trends. Now most of the time when we do some investments or we check for the share markets, there we see such kind of line charts, right? We see the market is going up, the market is going down, and all those things. So those charts which shows you the changes during the time, over the period of time, okay, all those fluctuations up and down. So there, that is where we use the line chart. So if you have to show some examples or some data which is very frequently fluctuating, then of course you can go ahead with the line chart. So you can track the stock prices, even website traffic, temperature changes monthly. All this you can do with the line charts. When you create line chart, it will show you the details or fluctuations over the time. It actually shows you the trends over the time, and it is time based series. Now here only the thing that you have to make sure that the data is very much continuous, okay, because it is a line chart. So if you have to show the data on the line chart, the data must be continuous. And you can use trend lines for better insights. So now let me give you an example. We have just now seen the.
Sorry to disturb you, Dr. Ghazal. Before you proceed with the example, there's one query in the chat window from Dr. Amaya. I mean, how to convert the horizontal to vertical.
Okay, so I'll just show it. Here on the top, Dr. Amaya, we have a swap option. You can swap it from rows to columns. So it is very easy. You can directly convert it, or even you can have it from here with show me panel. You can see that we can change it to horizontal to vertical. Thank you so much, Dr. Amaya, for your question. Perfect. So let us go with the next example for line chart. Now, the previous example which we have done is for category, right? Region wise. Only four categories was there, and we have converted, we have checked it region wise. Now, we have some data in date format also. So then we use that date format to check how we can see the data or changes over the time. So if I want to check sales over the months, okay, what is my requirement now is checking the sales over the months. So what I'm doing is I have for this, of course, sales will be the one field which of course required. But now instead of region, I have order date. Date wise I need. So what I will do is I'll drag the order date. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm taking the new sheet for you. New sheet, sheet 2. And from here, I'm taking a date, order date. Okay. Here, you can see if I'm taking it in the column, you can see the column has been created. And next is what the sales. So if I'm doing it in sales, you can see the line chart is done. What I'm doing nothing. I'm just dragging and dropping and getting the analysis. So I hope that everyone is very much happy to see the very quick analysis. Column wise, I need I have to put the columns in the in this field above pen, that is shelves, and I have to put the rows here. Okay, so what I want, my requirement was to see the trends over the months, over the years, right, according to the order date. So you can see the 2024 it was this, then in 2025 it is here, and in 2026 it is here, and in 2027 you can see it is here. All the thing it is very much impossible to see this data from here so much quickly that we are doing it right now in the Tableau. So anything, just give me the query and we can get the details from the fields which we have. So order wise, data wise, region wise, country wise, sales, profit, everything you can get it here in just 2 seconds. And now from here you can see that as I have told you that show me panel is showing you that what other type of data or what other type of chart you can take. So if in this, if you want to do the changes, you can even change it to pie chart, you can change it to horizontal or vertical bar chart, stack chart, in column text, simple text format, even in area chart. So this is what you can use. Okay, and here one more thing that you can see in this show me, it is when you taking it when you take your mouse over to the type of chart, you can see here down you are getting the dimensions and measures. So for this bullet graph which is just now chosen, for that it is showing that if you are not taking any dimension then also it is okay, but two measures are required. Then if I'm taking bars, okay, so it is also saying that you can take measures, one measures. Then for bytes pie chart, of course, dimensions, one dimension and one measures are required. So you can see from here also that if you want to create a pie chart, from here also you can see or you can check that how many dimensions I require or how many measures I can take for creating a pie chart. Okay, so this is also a way from where you can check which dimensions or how many dimensions I can take for creating the chart. So this is vice versa. Either you can take the columns and rows from here and create the graph, or you can check the graph first, which graph you want to create and how many dimensions and measures you require. According to that, you can select the fields from the tables, right? So again, next 2 seconds for you. Now here I can rename it. I have taken it date wise sales. Okay, so I'm just again changing some formats for the font, color, whatever you like, and you can apply it here. So you can see that this is a second window which we have done date wise dates. Okay, everyone, please do it. The same sheets we will be taking over to the next session also for the story and dashboards. So please do it. Whatever we are doing, we will be taking the same ahead for the next sessions. So the one which we have just now I have just now done is region wise sales and date wise sales. Yes. So next 2 minutes for everyone. Please try this line chart. Any queries? Yes, Dr. Renu, it is seriously very interesting. Okay, so Gitanjali, you're asking for sharing the initial part to drag the data. Okay, so I'm showing you once again what we are doing is we are just dragging and dropping the data from here, from these columns. These are the columns which we have in our table. So we are just dragging it and we are dropping it here in the shells, which is for columns and rows. You can even create, I'm just showing it to you, the new one. So let's say, for example, I need category wise sales. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking it category this side, and again I have sales, so I'm taking it sales this side. So you can see that the graph is created. It is simple drag and drop. Drag your element from this side, drag it to the columns, and drag it to the rows, and you can create your what like the graph. and you can convert it based on the uh, show me panel, which is demonstrated by the Tableau. Have to create connect it. Okay, you have to connect it. Go to the connect option when you start it. Just connect it, and you will get a wizard dialog box. From there you have to select the sample superstore data which is stored in your downloads, and from there you can connect it, and just only drag the orders table. Okay, and in that we have three sheets. So from that, connect the orders table here in this data source. You can see here. So from connect, you can see this orders I have dragged here, and all the data is now available in my tab. Perfect. Going ahead, the next that we have is scatter plot. Now, before scatter plot, as I have already line with us, right? So what I do is I'll just take a area. So you can see this uh, is our line plot, right? Now the same if I want it for area plot, right? If I'm showing it for area plot, I have to just click here for area charts. When I'm doing it area chart, you can see the areas has been selected now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I have done is I have just changed uh, the line chart. For getting more insight, I have taken it as an area part. Okay, so here I have just chosen the area chart. So my line chart is now showing the complete area also. Okay, so this is how you can do or create the area chart also. Area chart is a chart type wherein we are able to see the complete area surrounded by that particular requirement or a particular analysis. That is the area chart. Now the next that we have here is scatter plot. Okay, when I'm working with the scatter plot is actually showing the relationships and the clusters. When we want to display the relationships between two variables clearly. So for example, let's say the demand and supply. If the demand, let's say for example, right now in India we are about to finish the summer season, and rainy season started. So now the sales of air conditioners and coolers are now been stopped, and the sales of raincoats and umbrellas have been started. So this is what the demands are increasing for rainy season suppliers, and now that for those demands we have to check the supplies also, so that is also going to be increased. So what is the relationship between the demands and supply? If demand is increasing, we have to increase the supply also, right? So that such kind of relationships, if you want to show for your data in the form of data, like graphs or charts, it is very good if you take the scatter plot. It shows you all the points, and it will show you the relationships between the two variables. So here it is very important that we must have two variables to to use this scatter plot. In that you can identify the customers segments, and even you can identify the outliers and clusters also. Now here you can see the example is market spend and sales revenue. So marketing spend and sales revenue. So for particular, let's say for you are launching for new product. Okay. then how you are marketing it and how the revenue is generated. So that is an example which you can take, or you can use a scatter plot to show that analysis. So when you are using scatter plot, it is very clear that we can use it when we have two numerical values, whether, for example, sales and profit, for example. And here we can even do the color coding. This color coding we can do, of course, for every plot, and that will show you more insights, right? And here, for this scatter plot, I have a very good example for you is sales and profit. So, of course, if any business, if anyone is running the business, it is all, of course, for profit, right? It is not only for selling, but it is also for generating profit. So, when we want to identify the two measures, two relationship between the sales and profit, we can use the scatter plot for that. So, for example, I'm taking it for you, sales and profit. So, I'm just taking it the new sheet from here, and you can say I'm taking both the measures. So sales and profit. Okay. So profit, you can see this. Now here you can see I'm getting a scatter plot with 1 point. Here you can see. So sales, you can see it is giving me the numbers 2297201 with the profit 286397. So this is a scatter plot wherein for the detail, or for the data which I have, for that I am getting one scatter point here, and this is nothing but the relationship between the sales and profit. So here also you can rename it, and you can even change the fonts, type, color, and from here down also you can just rename it sales and profit. So this is for scatter plot. Now the same can be shown with this bar plot also, but you can
Excuse
get
me,
more
Dr.
detail.
Gandal.
Yes.
There's two queries in the chat window. If you could refer to that, Dr. Kanil and Dr. Bhumika. Dr. Kanil wants to know that how do I get the data description in the pie chart? And Dr. Bhumika wants to know that is it possible to change the scale?
Okay. So thank you so much, both of you. For Dr. Kernels, yes, just please give me 2 to 3 more minutes. I'm going towards the pie chart. And for Dr. Bhumika, yes, actually, you can change the scale, but the scales is actually defined by Tableau itself based on the data which you have. So here we are not doing anything. Here everything is done by Tableau. Our task was only to provide data to this Tableau, and based on the Tableau data which we have given, according to that, this scales have been defined. But yes, you can do the changes from here. Here you can see when you click, we have this chart, right? Now from here, when you click on this, you have various other options. You can edit the access, you can select the marks, you can format it. So many options are available, and you can do the changes from there also. You can do the changes in the pens, you can do the changes in the alignment, everything you can do. So just see, everything here in the Tableau is an element. Whatever you click, you do the changes there. So now, for example, here this is a particular uh, element, right? Here when you right click, you can see we can edit the axis, we can select the marks, you can format it, you can show it to header. So many things you can do, you can perform it, so many things. So yes, the answer is yes, and you can do edit everything. It is not like whatever Tableau has given us and we can take that only. You can do the changes according to you. Now here also, I was just about to tell you about the marks, right? So this is a marks pen, right? Now here what I can do is if I want to change the colors, I just take my data and I'll put that here. I'll just take it. Okay. Now here, what I've taken is region and sales. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking region to the colors. What I've done is I'm marking. I've marked it. So I have just marked it on the color, and here you can see the down. I've I have taken region in the various color format, and you can see that it has been applied. So yes, everything is editable. You can do the changes with colors, with formatting, with uh, whatever content you want. So the answer is yes for both. Thank you so much for your questions. Yes, I hope bar chart, then line chart, area chart, and scatter plot is done.
There's one query from Dr. Shilpa Kulkarni in the chat window, Dr. Ghazal.
Okay.
She's asking if you could repeat the how to change the colors. She's asking.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just taking you again to the Tableau window. Now here, see, marks window is there. If you can see this side, this is the marks window. Here, I'll do it for, let's say, another category wise sales. Okay, now I have taken one bar chart for you, new bar chart. Now here, let's say for example, I have to change the colors. So how I can do it? I have to change the colors of this categories, right? Now I have this mark pen where I just drag and drop my element to which I need to change the color at this location. This is for changing the color. This is for changing the size. This is for if you want to change the label. Now I'll show you one by one everything. Now for example here, I want to do it for category wise. So let's say take this category and put it on this color. So when I've taken it, you can see the colors are changed. Okay. Now, if you want to remove, you can remove this from here. Okay. You can add any measures also. So for example, let's say I want to check for maximum. So I am doing it for maximum category, and you can see this is the maximum one. And now for again, what I can do is if let's say I have to give the labels, right now there are no labels, right? So for example, again for categories, if I want to give some labels. So see the labels are again this side also you can see the labels. Even tooltips are something like when you take your mouse over to that particular element and it will give you some tooltip that particular what actually it is. So by default tooltip is available for every element. So right now also when we are taking our mouse to this over this, then you can see this category maximum category and sales are defined. Now, why it is showing me maximum category is office suppliers and furniture? So, because it is here, we have just now selected for maximum categories also. And this is because we have labeled it, okay? And tooltip is by default given. So, I hope that Dr. Shilpa, now you are able to see how we can change the colors. This complete marks is for formatting. So everyone try this one also, category wise sales. Take categories and sales into rows and columns. Yes, enjoying everyone. Playing with charts, graphs, colors, everything. Thank you, Gitanjali, for your feedback. Thank you, Dr. Shilpa. I am very happy that you all are enjoying. And literally, this is something which is not at all boring. You can do anything, anytime, and it's very quick. Perfect. Next two more seconds for you to wind up with these things, and we can go ahead with the next type of graph. So it's so much easy when the top managers will ask, this is the data and show me the details of how much sales we have done in this particular region. Or if, let's say, for example, now if a particular company who is selling air conditions, right, ACs, and now if they are doing marketing and sales in Arctic region, okay, then of course they will not get any sales in like in that region compared to the other regions. Of course, they are in the Arctic region. They are the people are not required of ACs, right? If the companies do the sales of room heaters, coffee makers, and all those things in that particular region, that will help them. So now, if some particular organization who deals for selling or manufacturing or marketing the products, then they are able to find out that which region which product is getting more sales, so that they are very much able to understand and they are able to do the next marketing or next campaign for the same thing. So if the marketing or this industries are able to understand that this particular region is in demand for this element or this product, then it is very much easy for marketing campaign for selling things in in that region. So I've just given you an example that if someone is selling ice creams or ice candy in the Arctic region, of course it is not worth, right? So this is a particular thing, or this is a particular way how you can get the ideas of sales with some products, with region, with profit and discounts and everything. Okay. So now going ahead, the next one. So we have done with the scatter plot and now pie chart. So Dr. Kernels, here I am with the pie chart. So when we use pie chart is very important to understand. We are not using pie chart for anything. We use it only for showing the proportions. Okay, we use it for showing the proportions when we want to see that a particular element is divided into some categories, and you want to show it in how much proportions that is divided. So there you use this pie chart. Okay, so based on the requirement, of course, we as a analyst or we as a data scientist can do this analysis and do check which type of chart we have to use. So showing the proportions, if your target, then of course you can go with the pie charts. When you have to show the proportion of a whole, that will be clearly visible with the chart, with this pie chart. Now here, with pie chart, we have one limitation that it is very much okay if you take it for five or six proportions, but if a whole is divided into hundreds sections, then it is not that much clear to get it, right? But if you have three, four, five, six, of course, then it is very easy if you limit it to five to six categories. And you can avoid 3D effects if you want more clarity. So you can avoid 3D effects, that will give you much more clarity. So how you can see, for example, if you want to see the budget allocation or survey responses, this can be the use cases for pie chart where you want to show the proportions of holes. Then you can use it. You can even use it for percentage breakdowns. So how much percentage home offices, how much corporate, how much consumers are there. So this is also shown in the percentage format, that you can, there you can use pie chart. So you can use for five six categories, and you can use it for proportions. So I'm just taking a quick example for you for pie chart, and here you can see sales distribution by categories. Right now I'm just taking sales distribution by categories. So see here, I'm taking Tableau again for you. Now this example which we have done right now, this is right sales categories. The same I am doing it for pie chart. So you can see this is by categories. That's why it is seen in this way. Now what I'm doing it, I'm just taking it again for category wise sales, and here I can use it in this way. And you can even fit it. Okay, just select it and entire view if you want. Okay, so just you can set your window according to your comfortability. You can keep it standard. You can fit according to width, or if you want to fit it entire width, you can do it in that way. Or if you want to fit it in entire view, of course, this is the best way that you can do it. Okay, now here you can see that everything is uh, like the proportion, which is what I have taken is sales wise, right? So sales and category, this is defined, and I have seen that this is properly fitted in the pie chart. Now here also you can have various things. From here also you can do the changes. I have selected the pie chart. You have the colors which is already applied. Labels. Now if I want to apply the labels, you can see the sales and labels. So you can see the labels has been applied now. So this is for the pie chart. Even you can click here, you can view the data, you can mark the label, point it, trend lines, everything. You can set the data. Okay, so from here you can view the data, how much data we have. Okay, full data, furniture details, office supplies, and technologies, everything will be here. So now this is for three columns, so it is okay. Now what I do is, if I do it for more, so let's say for example subcategory. So if I'm taking subcategory here, now subcategory is so many, right? Accessories, appliances, art, binders, bookcases, chairs, copiers, and so many. And now if I'm doing it for sales, and if I take it in this, so you can see that it is not that much clearly visible. Okay, so it is better if you can take the bar chart only for this, but when you use pie chart, just limit the proportion to 5 to 6. So then you can see here in this sixth sheet, it is more clearly visible. But when I'm using subcategory, which is very much like the numbers are so many, so you can see this is not that much properly visible. Okay, so you can see, even you can convert it into the text format. So that is very much, of course, easy. If you want to get the text or the counts, so you can convert it here in the text format, that is text table. Okay, so everyone please create a pie chart. I'm just changing the label again here. You can even increase the size more than that if you want from here size option. Size is a simple one option that you can use for increasing and decreasing the size of your graph. Nothing else. Maximum sales. This is for technology, so you can see this is maximum sales. Yes, Dr. Kernins, I will be sharing all the documents, the presentation and type of charts document which I have. Yes, I'll share it. So I hope everyone is enjoying now, playing with the charts, playing with colors, getting the analysis quickly in just 2 seconds. Thank you, Dr. Suchi, for your comments. Okay, so I hope that pie chart, you are done with the pie chart. Please put done if you are done. If you want me to go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Suman, Dr. Shilpa. Thank you, Dr. Heaton. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, the next type of chart that we have is maps. Very much interesting. So, when I'm talking about maps, till now we have seen that um, bar chart, pie chart. So everything is showing the details of sales and region and all those things. But now, if I want something on related to geographical area. Like for example, I have just given an example selling something in Arctic region. So that is what the region is, and I want to show it. For example, I am not knowing where the Arctic region is on the map. I want to show it on map so that it will be more easily defined. Okay, it will give you more insights. So for that we have maps which will give you geographical insights, and here we have three: field maps, symbol maps, and density maps. So if I'm talking about field maps, it gives you the colors for all the regions where you have defined value. Then we have symbol maps where you can use the symbols to represent the data points. Like in general, if we see Google Maps and I want to see the petrol pump nearby me, so it will directly locate you with the point that this is a petrol pump, here's the petrol pump, right? So it is locating with a particular symbol with that place, and it is showing me on the map only. It is not giving me a list. It is not giving me a bar chart, right? It is giving me a map nearby my place, and it is showing me points for that petrol pump in that map only. So that's why it is more visible and more understandable. If, let's say, for example, for just a second, and suppose that if I am giving this query for searching the petrol pumps near me, and if I am getting it in the message text format, go there left, take left after 500 meters, then go to the right 200 meters, and then turn again left, and that, if you are getting the text in this way, of course that is not that much good to understand. Instead of that, if I'm getting immediately on that map only, so I can see, okay, I have to go here, go this side, and then I'm getting the petrol pump, and with this I am even getting the nearby places also, okay, from, or maybe the landmarks from where I have to go. So that is very good example when we use Google Maps. That is the example of symbol maps. Then density maps, which show the concentration of data in the areas. Now, for example, suppose there is a concert of any popular singer, okay, then in that, on that day, on that evening, or on that particular time, the cabs, the auto rickshaws, the cabs, the drivers are more on that zone, right? Because they know the crowd is going to come and the crowd want to go again. So the nearby that location, or that particular location, in that particular duration is concentrated with the Ola and Uber users, right? So that is what the concentration of the data in that area for that duration. So this is an example. If I want to show a particular, let's say for example, a match is going on near any stadium. So for that duration, in that duration only, you will get that much concentration of that particular cab drivers, plates, and the available bus services and all. But in the regular time or regular time zones, when there is no matches, then when there is no concert, then that particular area is not that much concentrated with that particular thing, right? So that density map is something wherein it shows that how much crowded that place is, okay, or how much density in that area is. So that is one thing which you can show with this density maps. So now, if I take you to this maps, let me take an example for map. So you can see I need to check the sales by state and country. So now if I'm talking about geographical location, if I'm talking about map demonstration, so it is of course better to take the geographical data type where I have the map as a logo. So you can have the state wise data, you can have country wise data. So now if I want to check the state wise sales, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm dragging the state or a country, okay, and then sales to the color, or you can say the columns. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking again another sheet for maps, and I want to check the geographical way to represent my data instead of bar chart, instead of pie chart or text format or area or line. I just want to see according to location how my data see. So let's say, for example, this is the location, right? Geographical data type, which shows it in the map, okay? Or globe icon. Here, postal code also globe icon. You can see the cities and countries also in the globe icon. So you can take anything. Let's say, for example, I'm taking the state. I'm putting the state here, and you can see there are various states that I have, and with that I need the sales. So you can see if I'm using the sales here, Here you can see a bar chart is available, but now from here you can see if I'm clicking on this maps, so you can see that it is going to give you a map for your data. So just you can see the location. This the country which you can see if I'll just show you the data. So if you see the country column, this. So if you can see the country column, in the country I have only one country, which is United States. So that's why I have not taken the country, but because it will not show you much insights. But here when I have taken the state, in state I have various states of United States. So that's why I have taken here for your example. I have taken the states and the sales. So state-wise sales, you can see if I'm talking about this is the United States, and you can see if I'm taking my mouse over any position. So you can see New Jersey, the sales is 35,764. Immediately, quickly, within a second, I am able to answer how many sales I'm doing for my state. Instead of doing it from here, which is very much difficult, I am able to give the answer for this for my state. You can see the California is for 457,688. For Colorado, you can see 32,108. In this way, you can get the maps also. And here you can see that it is showing you the states with the sales. Okay, so this is something which you can like how you can use maps also for generating the analysis for doing your visualization. So your data is now well visualized in the map format also. This is a symbol map, right? So that's why you can see these symbols are available. Now this one is simple, one map which I can click, and you can see this is a map which is not showing me any points. It is just dividing the area, states of my country, and you can see that it is showing you a particular. You can see it if you click or if you hover at any point of this area, it is showing you the same uh, dimensions. But when I'm taking it here, you can see it is showing me only to that point. If I'm clicking it anywhere or if I'm taking my mouse over anywhere in that region, it is not showing me the tooltip. It is going to show me only to that location. So you can see the state and sales. So that's why it is saying symbol maps, because it is showing me one symbol and on that symbol only I'm getting the details. While if I'm taking the simple maps, field map, in that map you can see anywhere if you can keep your cursor and you can get the details of that area. Okay. So this is for area, state-wise sales. You can just double click and you can you can rename it. I hope everyone is doing it, because all sheets we are going to take again for the dashboards and stories for the next session. So please perform this, and we will take the same sheets again. So we will not waste the time, and we will get much insights again for the next sessions. Yes, everyone, I hope enjoying. Done. Okay, done. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Geetu. Now, with this map only, we also have a category of tree map, wherein we are not getting actually the map of world, geographical world, but instead of that, we have the data in in columns format, where we have hierarchical data for example, let's say categories and subcategories. So you can see in this example also, I have taken the screenshot for the graph that the subcategories which I have for my categories, the three categories which we have here in this for this data set, inside that, I have subcategories which have the details of chairs, phones, accessories, copiers, papers, suppliers, machines. So I can create a tree map, a hierarchical data, which also shows the proportional distribution. So you can use it for a comparison if you want. You can use it for comparison if it is needed. And here also, like for pie chart, we have seen to avoid more entities. Here also, it is good if you avoid too many categories for better readability. So now here, if I take it to the map, again, I'm taking a new sheet for you, and so you can see the tree map. If you want to visualize part of a whole using rectangle instead of the pie chart, so you can do this categories, subcategories, and sales. So see here, I'm doing again. You can see this is the highlighted tables, right? This is the heat map, and this is the tree maps. So we want the data in this tree map format. So, for example, the subcategories, the categories we have only three. That's why I'm taking subcategories, which will give you more insights. So, subcategory wise, let's say sales, if I'm taking. Now, here by default, it is giving me on the bar chart, but if I want it in proportions, so you can see that this is a map, which we can say it is a tree map. Here you can see, just take your cursor over it and you will get the names down this side. So here you can see stacked bars, you have the bar, you have this tree map, you can create a pie chart, you can even create the highlighted tables with this, you can create the heat maps with this. So these are all the type of charts which you can create with this data. So for right now, what I have done is I have created this tree maps which divided the or the subcategories based on which is available in my categories. So it is divided and it is giving me the proportion in rectangles. So it is simple, like it is our requirement how we want to show it. So here also you can see that this is a particular example wherein we have taken the subcategories in proportions and it is showing in the rectangle format. So you can use it or you can again rename it subcategory wise sales. You can use any dimensions. We have dimensions, we have measures. You just play today with this, and you will get much insights how you can do the changes and everything. So you can see that this is a particular tree map which we have created. Now, we do one thing as we have sort of time now, only 15 minutes are remaining. So, what I do is instead of taking those examples which are available in the sheet or my Word document that I will, of course, share with you, I'll do the changes here only for the same example so that you will get the get the type of graphs, other type of graphs. So we have seen this text graph, right? Text table, which give you the subcategories and sales. With this, you can even take get the heat maps So you can see that this is a heat map which is available for subcategory wise, and you can get the details with when you click or when you take your mouse over on this points. So this is particularly a heat map. Now, if we want to highlight the tables, you can see it is highlighted tables, the whole particular data which you have, the sales data, it is highlighted, and you can see the data for all the subcategories are available. Now here, as we are not working with any of the geographical location, you can see this two maps is not active. So we are not able to take this geographical locations or even the areas or even the line charts. Why so? Because we for maps we have to have one geographical location. So here when I'm just taking my mouse over this, you can see it was written there down here in this. It was written that one geographical dimension is compulsory. So here in this example, I have not taken any geographical location. That's why this map is not active. For the same, when we use line chart, for line chart, it is very much important to have the periods of year, right? Like a time duration. So it's still here when we are using this, we are using only the subcategory and sales. So we are not using time duration here. That's why this line and area plots also not visible or not active. So you can see when we are using the elements or fields from here, based on that, the Tableau will give you types of charts which you can create for that data. So here for this data which you have selected right now, for that we can use the heat maps, we can use the highlighted tables, we can have bars, horizontal bars or vertical bars, even we can have stacked bars. So you can see I have just now clicked on the stacked bar, and for all the categories I have one bar stacked here. Stack bar is one bar on the top of the another. So that is called the stack bar. And yes, this is the tree map. So you can see this is a tree map. So what I have done right now is for one category, for one deal or one field only, I have shown you all the data available or the graphs available. I'll just show you the box and whisker also. So you can see this is a box plot and whiskers are available. You can see here the phones, okay, then storage. This is the subcategory wise details available on the plots. Even we have the bubbled block. Okay, so you can even have this packed bubbles, which will show you the sales. So you can see from here that the sales of phones is much, and here from you can see that the fasteners are very less sales. So it is only 3,024, and the phones are around 3 lakhs and 30,000. So from here also you can see the details or the sales available, and you can give the insights. Okay, so this is also a type of charts and graphs which you can see, and I have just now covered almost all types of charts and graphs today with various fields which we have seen here. We have even covered the data type concept. We have seen the measures and dimensions available in the Tableau today, and even we have worked with this mark option. Okay, so from the uh, day one slide which I have taken, and out of this, if I check this part, okay, this particular slide which is showing you the content or the component of Tableau. So from that you can see that we have covered almost all the component. Only the filters, this tab is remaining. So we have worked on the data today. We have worked on the shells. We have seen the graphs on the view, and we have worked on the E section, that is marks. So today we have worked on all this. We have created various types of charts. We have even understood when to use which chart. And now from the next session, we will be working on filters tab and dashboard and story. So these are the content which is remaining, and we will be covering into the next two sessions. So that's all from my side for the day. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. I hope you get the insights, and I have given my 100%. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for wonderful feedback. Thank you, Dr. Rajashri, Gitanjali, Tanvi. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Dr. Sakib, for giving me opportunity, and thank you to Department of Technology, School of Technology, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ghazal. Thank you so much. Because today's session was indeed very enjoying. I literally enjoyed a lot. The reason being, I mean, a lot of practicals being executed, a lot of things that we use using Excel takes a lot of time. And I did realize that can be handled very quickly within a fraction of minutes using Tableau. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to learn more from you next week.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sakib. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good day.